Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin from Florals.com and today I have another process video for you guys. This happens to be a one photo layout, but I still think it has a lot of value for any of you who like to use 6x6 paper pads or washi tape. So here I'm looking through my 12x12 paper pads and I end up pulling out this one from the Pebbles Birthday Wishes collection. So cute. This paper pad has had so many patterns that I've used for non-birthday layouts, also for birthday layouts, but I really love it for its bright colors, and they also coordinate really well with the 6x6 Cool Kid paper pad that I have, and I pulled out a couple sheets of that I definitely wanted to use, specifically this one that had puppies, bears, and foxes on it. I thought since this photo is a picture of my cat and my dog, it would be a perfect match. So I cut that one 6x6 in half, so it's 3 inches by 6 inches, and stack those so they appear as if they are a 12-inch sheet of paper, but it is not. Luckily the pattern repeats really well, so I don't have to worry about too much of any spacing issues. And then I go through the 6x6 again and pull out some papers for my layers. Now I did tuck that dark star paper behind the doily there because I thought it would add a lot of contrast, and I actually wanted it to be a bigger part of this page than just a layer behind my photos. So I end up starting with the yellow triangle pattern first because this is like the exact same color as the background, and I want to get that as far away from the background as possible so that they coordinate but don't actually merge together, so it really gives it a defining factor and helps the photo pop. Then I go for the busier pattern with the triangles and then end with the horizontal stripe, which adds that bright bold red. Now, like I mentioned, I do use quite a bit of washi tape on this layout. First, I start with this Bella Boulevard one, and whenever I have a horizontal line or a vertical line, I tend to pair that with washi tape. For instance, in this example, I use one sheet of paper here, so that 6x6 that I cut in half to be 3 inches, so that becomes a 12-inch strip. Then I use 4 washi tapes to create additional layers. So you could easily achieve this look with papers or with 12x12 stickers, but I end up going for washi. So I pull in a Bella Boulevard on the left with that scallop, and then a plain red, which is just from Michael's, there on the left as well to border that pattern paper. And then I noticed I wanted another one, so I go to my stash and find this orange chevron that points downward, which really helps follow the lines of the layout back down to the photo. And then I think, well, I really want another pop of blue since there's blue on the left side of the paper and there's blue within the paper. So I pull out this Me and My Big Ideas teal scallop. It's not a perfect teal match. I wish it was a little bit darker, but it does work really well. And again, it's very hard to see on camera, but you'll see it in the close-ups how it adds a nice little pop. So like I said, I wanted this star paper to help provide contrast. As you guys can tell, the background of this photo is quite dark. My cat is a dark color, but there's also a lot of lightness in the photo on the right-hand side. So I thought by putting the dark paper towards the right-hand side of the photo would help lighten up, the contrast that's heavily in the photo. And I also have a lot of bright papers, so the darkness was needed. Here I took that scrap that I had from a photo layer and make it into a fishtail banner. Really easy, just 3 snips with your scissors and there you go. I start pulling out a couple of embellishment ideas, but I'm really just torn on what I should do because I have cat themed items and I have dog themed items, but never have they ever been in the same collection. Unless I'm forgetting something, but I know I have very specific cat ones and very specific dog ones, so I opt to go somewhere else. Since these two, Comet and his name is Ted, my cat, are both boys, I thought it'd be nice to go for a dude-themed layout, which is odd to think about for cats and a dog, but they hang out all the time, they kind of snuggle, they look at you, they cuddle, so I thought it'd be great because they do cuddle together sometimes, and this photo kind of talks about their relationship, how cats and dogs don't always get along, but these two get along. So they're dudes, I guess. And so I start going through my die cut binder here and pulling out different items. What I think really works well for pets, and you guys could also comment on this because I'd love to know your thoughts, is that a lot of little boy collections work really well for male animals or female animals, depending how rough and tough your cat or dog are, but I think they work really well. So here I'm pulling out some things from, like I said, the Cool Kid collection. I'm pulling out some simple stories. I think it was called Dude. I think it was just called Dude. I think that's the collection that ends up inspiring that title there. And it just really goes well. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they're boy themed. I also pull out the Simple Stories one that's for smaller kids. I think it's called It might be Cool Dude. I don't know the title of it, but I'll pull out those stickers in a little bit so you'll see them. And lo and behold, I actually ran out of staples when I wanted to use my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher, so I had to refill those really quick. Luckily, I knew where my staples were, and then I start to glue down everything. So I put that little tab there at the top. Now, it's not a perfect match of blue. It's kind of a navy, kind of not a navy, but it still helps bring in that blue tone. And then for the hashtag dude sign up here, I end up putting some foam under that to give it a little bit of a boost and really just give it some more emphasis. And then this little journaling card here, which I believe is from Chamel, I cover up the typewriter because it just didn't fit with one of these chevron pieces. And I really like how it turned out. It brings in all of the colors. It gives it a rough and tough vibe, even though they're cuddling. I bring in that little happy circle and then this XOXO, which provides daintiness to it. And again, I have a doily on here, so it's not too much different. It's not too crazy masculine or feminine. It's just everyday. So I end up pulling out some of these, which this might be the Boys Rule collection from Simple Stories. I think that's what it's called. But these stickers really, really help and work really, really well for animals. I don't know why, especially boy animals. But I don't scrapbook any young boys at the moment. I don't have any of my childhood photos, so I'm not scrapbooking a lot of younger kids. So I'm using them for my pets because why not? So I have a lot going on here, and I will say it was a little bit crazy. I didn't know what I wanted. I just kind of went with it and see where it took me. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it's a fun layout without using much 12 by 12 paper. So if you guys love paper pads, especially 6 by 6 like I do, definitely just try to experiment with it and try to just use that alone and see if you can achieve something. Here I pull out these Fancy Pants Puffy stickers, which I love because they add a lot of texture without being too bulky or too crazy. So I had the word friends and a couple hearts, and that is it for this layout, guys. So here are the close-ups. Let me know what you guys think. Could boy supplies work for pets really well, or is this just a me thing? Eat, sleep, play works for boys, it works for cats, it works for dogs. So I really love how this one turned out. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And don't forget to check out Vlogmas that's going on all December long. Thanks for watching, guys.